Welcome to the Real Estate Podcast,
where 8 is the symbol of infinite opportunities, just like real estate. I'm your host, Maymoon Mustafa.
and I'm your co-host, Johnny Fornino.
Welcome. Look who we have here today, Mr. Jose Perez,
The man, the myth, the legend.
Passaic County's finest, Clifton, New Jersey, Dominican. Father of 4. There's so many things I could say about you, but I want to start off by saying, introduce yourself. For those that don't know who you are, please give a short introduction of who you are. And if you don't know this guy, I mean, especially those who follow us on Instagram, you definitely know who Jose is. But introduce yourself to our folks.
So my name's Jose Perez. I'm a realtor. I've been a real estate agent for the last 10 years, since 2016.
Oof, 10 years.
10 years. Time flies. 10 great years, surrounded with great people. Maymoon Mustafa, I met on my first year. Johnny Fornino, I met, my first 3 years. And from there on, it's just been a great relationship. Great relationship.
Absolutely.
I've been doing this, like I said, 10 years. Passaic, Bergen, Essex counties, Hudson, anywhere within 45 minutes of pretty much Clifton, New Jersey. So I try to stay in my area because there's no need to go any further.
Well, let me just say this before we get into our show and tell you a little bit about what we're going to do here is I want to talk a little bit about the first time you and I met. We were, I think it was on Valley Road. At the time, it was Better Homes and Gardens. Now it's Howard Hanna. You actually still are with the same company. And I met you at it was like a lunch and learn or some sort of event that they had there. And you just stood out. We clicked right away. I was like, all right, this Dominican guy from my area, right? Sure. Passaic. We grew up basically in the same area. And we connected. It was like literally an instant connection. And he had never sold real estate in his life. Idea. He was brand new in the office, and we just had an instant connection. And then our first transaction we ever did together, the seller died before closing.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
That's your first one.
First transaction we closed.
Beautiful.
First
seller
transaction, died. The guy, pretty much, he wanted to go to Tom's River. That was his dream.
Okay.
Him and his wife. Well,
it
wasn't his wife.
It was Mary. It was his
They were
lady.
married for 47
They weren't
years.
married. They weren't married, which complicated
47
things.
years, though. What does that rule when you're...
There's really none. It complicated things because there's an estate now. If it's just a spouse, if she was married, it's an easy sale.
Yeah.
It's just the wife proceeds to take title and sell it without really anything. You just need a death certificate. But because they weren't,
the daughter was so nice,
and
so attached to the family that
she was
signed
like,
right away.
They got the estate
It
paperwork.
was a small.
It was on Livingston Street, bro. For me to remember the address,
it was no. I'm saying
crazy.
It was a small delay. It was probably 2 weeks,
because
maybe 4 weeks.
Because
max.
they had a good relationship,
A good team here, a good attorney that knows.
Yeah,
what you
but
need
it
to
also
do.
was the clients.
Yeah.
The daughter basically was like, my dad loved her and wanted her to have the house.
Signing off.
And went to
right thing.
Yeah.
Always do the
and
right
went
thing.
to
That's
the
wonderful.
courthouse, got the administration certificate, and we were easy. We were able to close like within 3-4 weeks or so.
Yeah.
After the death, which was amazing.
Which is
What a
unheard
way
of.
to
Yeah,
start
yeah.
your guys' business.
First transaction
relationship.
was
That's
insane.
wild.
First transaction.
It called like, hey, this guy passed away. I'm like, wait, what?
Mind you, I knew nothing about real estate.
Did you panic?
I don't think I ever panicked. I'm just like, I never
Nice.
really
He's cool.
panicked.
Cool as a cucumber.
Yeah, he never
right?
panicked. And then, now,
I never really panicked.
10
for
years
anything.
later, I don't think you and I have
Look
ever
in the
panicked.
camera and say that because it's important for agents to know.
I never really panic.
Yeah.
It's more about figure it out.
There you
Figure
go.
it out. Because what's panicking going to do?
This is
if I start panicking, what's going to happen?
This is a solution business, bro. This is what
So
we're in.
true. So true.
I'm going to start crying. I'm going to start panicking.
Yeah.
And guess what? At
Yeah.
the end, it's not going to resolve anything.
Correct.
We have to figure it out, which is something
right.
we always say.
Yep.
The second something goes downhill, and everyone knows it, the second a deal starts going south, I'm already on a phone call calling the back.
Figuring it out. Yeah.
Before that deal's dead, I already have someone.
Yeah. I mean, figure it out is like if my kids heard you say this,
Yeah.
they'd be like, oh, this guy's saying, I literally say that to my kids probably once a day for the last 4 or 5 years. Figure it out. Don't
Just your
ask me
kids or
questions.
your wife as well?
I mean, let's leave the wife out of
I
this,
just
bro.
wanted
You're
to
trying to
ask-
get me in
no,
trouble.
because I've said that
these
once
things
or twice to Diane, and it didn't work out
These
well for
things
me.
are recorded, bro.
I know that.
You're
I
keeping
know.
a record
Listen,
here.
I had to at least.
Let's keep
my
it
kids
clean,
hear it as
bro.
well, but I gotta.
I tell my kids too. They're like, oh, that's not fair. Life's not fair.
Yeah,
Life's not fair. That's what it
they're
is.
gonna learn that.
Shout out
Keep
to
it moving.
wifey. Shout
There
out
we
to
go.
wifey.
Shout
to
out.
wifey.
Thank you.
So let me just tell you a little bit about what we're gonna do here. Our show is called the Real Estate Podcast. There's an 8 in our logo, and the 8 is the symbol of infinity. And why we chose that is because we believe that real estate and infinity are combined because there are infinite opportunities in real estate.
Yeah.
You've discovered that, and we'll talk a little bit about that. So we're gonna ask you 8 questions.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go to our clear to close round. Once we're ready to close, we're going to ask you 8 multiple choice.
Okay.
So without further ado, first question. Jose, you went from being a top producer at Cadillac to dominating real estate in Passaic County. What made you make that leap? And how did your car sales background shape the agent that you are today?
Wow. That is a
It's packed.
great question.
It's packed, I know.
Wow, that's a great question. So,
if you need me
because
to ask again, I will.
I always explain it to newer realtors, or just I think it was a really great life-changing event moment. So this is how it started. When I was at Cadillac, I was there for about 10 years. When I went to apply, I literally went with a suit and tie. I think I was 18 years old, 17 years old. I went with a suit and tie, nicely cut. I'm a believer of going to the actual business, like going there and just saying, hey, are you guys hiring?
Sure.
Can I speak to a manager? And they actually looked at me and they said, what are you looking for? What position? I said, a driver. Driver, guy drives
Sure.
freaking cars. They looked at me like, a driver. They're used to seeing thugged out kids
Sure,
or,
yeah.
people dressed down, inappropriate. They interviewed me right away, and I got the job on the spot.
So you walked in and
Nice.
got an interview and got a job.
I got a job. They're like, we're not
As a
hiring.
driver?
As a driver,
Okay.
yeah. I was like this in a suit, and they're like,
Perfect.
driver? They thought I was gonna say service advisor or salesman.
Something, yeah.
You
No,
just wanted to
started
get
as
in.
a driver. So I got in, was there 8 years, 9 years, I don't remember, 8, 9, 10 years, one of those. And the further I got, I definitely climbed up the ladder. First it was a driver, then it was a loaner car manager, then it was a service advisor, then I went into sales.
Nice.
Did well over there. They loved me. I loved them. Shout out to Brogan Cadillac, one
Shout
of the
out,
best
Brogan.
places ever. Brogan Cadillac, they're pretty much family. All the guys there.
I hear
they love
I
me.
hear great
love
things about
them.
Brogan. Absolutely.
Shout out
Fam-
Ron.
Shout
There
out
we go.
Ron.
Shout out Ed.
Alex.
Yeah, all those
Yeah.
guys. Yeah, great guys.
This is
Ferb,
not a
Anthony.
paid
Yeah,
advertisement,
this is not
everyone,
paid,
just so you
but
know.
great people, family ran business. All right, so after 8, 9 years there, all I do all day is I show, people are buying Cadillacs. Most of the people that buy Cadillacs, they are pretty successful. And when they're applying for the car, I have to ask them, what's your income? I got people saying 200 grand, 300 grand, 800,000, $1 million. I had some guy tell me $1 million a month. And I'm like, oh, wow. And I'm meeting all these people, and all these people are like, just like us.
Yeah.
They're just like us. I'm like, wait up. This fucking guy makes 30 grand a month?
Yeah.
I was like, this guy, you see people, I'm over here busting my ass, and these guys just like us, dressed like us, talking like us, acting like us. I'm like, if this guy can do it, I can do it too. So whatever, that started shifting my mindset where I'm like, okay, I'm already pretty much as high as I can go at Cadillac. And at Brogan Cadillac, I don't know if I should say this, but they don't fire anybody. It's just such a good company that you have to do something like really bad to get fired. Like really bad. The next position up was finance manager,
That's a good
sales
job.
manager,
We've done
or
loans for
service
finance
manager.
managers. Yeah.
But guess what? None of those guys are leaving.
Yeah.
None of them are leaving. So I'm like, for me to make X amount of money,
Yeah.
I need to, one of those guys need to get fired, or God forbid, one of them has to, that's
God
the
forbid.
only way you're
Yeah.
moving up. So I'm like, all right, I have to start thinking of something else. And then that's when I'm like, real estate.
Yeah.
So this is what happens, because, I'm not the smartest school kid.
Yeah.
I do have a bachelor's degree, but
Yeah.
that's another story. That's for my mother. Thank God. I'm glad I have it.
Yeah, but I'll say you're smarter than you're cool. There's
Yeah.
more smart than cool. for you.
Uh,
I will say that.
So what happened? So I'm like, all right, I'm thinking about real estate. So I start interviewing realtors at my job, pretty much like, hey, what do you do for a living? They're like, oh, I'm a realtor. This is before I even thought about getting
Yeah.
I already thought about getting into
Sure.
it. I'm like, let me find out. And it turns out everyone that went in there that had a negative attitude didn't do well.
yeah.
I had a lady go in there one time and she's like, oh, you're thinking about real estate? You're going to be just like the rest of them. You know, pretty much like, oh, you're going to go in and be just like the rest of them. When I did her credit app, she's like, yeah, I've been doing this for 35 years. She was making 80 grand a year. I'm like, that explains why you suck.
Yeah.
Then all the successful people actually try to motivate you and said, you're going to do well. You're going to come in, you know, whatever you need, I'm here to help. If you want to come to our company, you can come to our company. You know, you'll definitely do very well in real estate. So I literally took everyone's negativity. I was already decided I'm going in.
Yeah.
Let me find out what not to do. And all the successful people, let me find out what to do. And it turns out all the successful people have the same exact mindset, mentality, chill. They want to help. All the people that are not successful, that are grumpy and assholes, they all don't do well. You know, and it's
and they don't want to help.
So pretty much that is, what was the whole question?
Your experience as a salesman in Brogan and how that shaped you as an agent you are today.
It's going into the auto industry. I never really sold the cars. I pretty much just showed people, hey, listen, I showed them the car.
The car sells itself.
The car sells itself.
It's beautiful.
Listen, if you don't like the car, I'm not going to convince you to like it. Yeah. Like if you don't want a red car and we only have that car in red, I can't tell you that I don't want red, I want black. Well, take red. It's just like no, that shit. If it doesn't make sense to me, I can't sell it. Yeah. And I think that's what the same skills I use in real estate when selling a house. Just the honesty, just telling people, hey, listen, if you tell me the bedrooms are too small,
I'm not gonna make them bigger.
Small. Yeah. I can't make them bigger.
I can't.
Now, if you tell me that this house floods and is nowhere near a flood zone, and the basement is completely dry, and you're on top of a mountain, I may say, hey, I think I don't think you're right. You know, you should have the inspector find that out. But, you know, I can't. There's certain things that I feel like I can win over. Now, going back to Cadillac, then one day I meet Gene Lowe, one of the best people in the world. Gene Lowe, the dad. He went in there, you know, the whole time on the phone. The whole time. I'm over here trying to talk to this guy. He's like, can you show me this car? And I'm like.
Still, he's on the phone.
He's on the phone. Yeah. And I'm like, can you show me this car? I'm like, yeah, let's go. You have it in black. And on the phone the whole time. We need it ASAP. And then the whole time on the car, I'm like, this fucking guy. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm a realtor. And then I showed him the car. He loved it, or I don't know if he loved it. Yeah. He just wanted it. He just wanted it. I gave him a payment. He beats me up on the payment, right? After he beats me up on the payment, that I'm like, all right, we're dead broke here. Yeah. He said like, add $10 so you can make a few bucks. I'm like, he told me to go all the way down. And then I actually added.
That actually helps a little bit, right?
Yeah. He was like, just go up, leave it at that. You know, you're good. And I think
Shout out to Gene Lowe.
I forgot what the
excellent.
payment was. But Gene Lowe, I told him about real estate. I fell in love with the guy. He's just a great guy. He never tried to convince me.
He's mentored a lot of agents.
Oh, he's such a great guy. Gene Lowe. And I always say it to him. You know, I'm thankful for him. I went to the company. I interviewed with David Anthony. God rest his soul.
Yeah, rest in peace, Dave.
And I told Dave, I remember it was maybe like February or March 2015. I said, I'll be here on January 4th. He's like, January 4th? I said, yeah. I said, I have to finish my school because I had to finish. Mm-hmm. I had to get the real estate exam. I had to finish college, which was night classes. That's another story. Mm-hmm. College took me 6 years. Took me 6 years to do a 3-year course.
Okay.
Just know that.
Okay.
So I had to go finish that.
Was that because you're not smart?
School is not my thing. Okay. School is not my thing. I finished college. I had 3 classes left. Finished college, went to real estate school, and then I actually ended up starting real estate on January 4th, 2016.
You set a goal, you hit it.
I set a goal, I hit it. Everyone was wondering, is he going to come? Is he not going to come? As a matter of fact, when I told Brogan Cadillac that I was leaving in November, you know how it is in the auto industry. When you tell them you're leaving, they can you because they think you're going to go somewhere else. They're like, if you try to give them a 2 weeks notice, they pretty much say, boom.
That's business, though. You understand why they do that, yeah.
I told them in November, and they actually left me until January. And because they kept convincing me that real estate's not for me.
Jose, you're a likable guy.
They kept telling me, real estate's not for you. And I'm like...
We'll see.
So, So I'm like, well, I'm leaving. There's nothing you guys can do. Yeah. And still to this day, I go in there.
You remind them every once in a while? Like, remember?
Yeah, they don't tell me anymore. At the
you don't really have to say anything. Yeah. They know.
First 2-3 years, they're like, hey, do you want to come back? You know, whatever. Yeah. Is it good for you now? I'm like, it's going great. But that's a story. I went into real estate, and from there on, it was
this kind of my question is gonna flow right into this one because as you talk about Gene and you talk about the office you're in, a lot of agents struggle to break through in a very competitive office. You're one of the top producers in one of the biggest offices in the county, really in the state. What's your formula, and what are you doing, Jose, differently than everyone else?
That's a good question.
Oh, we got a bunch of good ones, bro.
Yeah. Okay. So, you got to work. You have to work. A lot of realtors think it's easy. They think it's easy. They think it's easy money. Don't get me wrong. When you get paid, it's pretty good money.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of stuff that goes behind the scenes. Relationships. Don't be that person that knows it all. Don't be that stickler. There's a lot of advice I can give to newer realtors. You got to work. That's what it comes down to. Real estate comes with a lot of freedom, and you could either take full advantage of that and not work enough, or be like us, we work too much.
Yeah.
So one of the things I always said is, I don't know if I ever told you this. When I started real estate, I actually set a schedule for myself. It was Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. I'm going to be in the office from Monday through Friday from 9 to 5. And every day I would go in there, just sit by my desk.
Sure.
I'm still waiting for training. No one ever trained me. I'm still waiting for training.
Yeah.
10 years ago. But like, yeah, we're going to give you some
You
training.
did your training by going there from 9
Correct.
to 5.
So what happens when you go to the office? You hear Gene Lowe talking. Coming in the office. You hear Joe Simone talking.
Yep.
You hear Eve Capicella. You hear Dave Anthony in his office answering. So you're learning.
Sure.
All day you're learning. And you know how many times, sometimes I would go with Gene Lowe. Hey, Gene. He'll say, hey, let's go to this fire inspection. Or, hey, let's go to this listing appointment. Same thing with Joe Simone. Hey, take a ride with me. Let's go grab some lunch.
They took you on these listing appointments?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
They saw me at the office all day. I think they felt bad for me. They're like,
Yeah.
this guy, he's just on YouTube looking at how to sell houses.
Yeah.
Literally, that's what I did.
Wow.
I thought the one thing that confused me when I joined real estate, I had it all screwed up. I thought I was gonna go in there and like people are calling to sell houses, and
No.
never, I thought I was going into another corporate like place
Where like people are walking in and
people are walking
like in the car business.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it was literally I went and I sat on my desk pretty much, and everybody just, oh hi, hey, this and that,
Yeah.
nothing, pretty much no real estate, asking me questions, and pretty much I took that 9 to 5 for 6 months. Then, slowly after 3 months, I started scaling in, 10 to 4, 10 to 5. But I kind of set that mindset that you have to work 9 to 5. Even though it's real
How
estate.
long did you take to close a deal in this time? Your first one?
My first deal, I think took like between 3 to 4 months.
Okay.
But that's because
Not
I
bad.
started door knocking. I'm like, okay, I got to do something. I can't just
Yeah.
sit here all day. Let me go knock on these doors. And with zero experience, I still managed to get, I think I got like 3 or 4 listings the first 6 months, just door knocking as a, newer realtor. So to the newer agents, go to your office, spend time in your office, build relationships. Don't be bullshitting people. Don't be lying. Stop being lazy. Yes, I know it's summertime. Some people want to go to the beach 3-4 times a week. Guess what? You can't do that when you have a boss. So don't do that here.
Yeah.
Don't cancel a home inspection or an appraisal or showings because you want to go to a beach.
Something
Hey,
personal.
listen, you could do that every once in a while, but don't make it a habit. And I think that's where a lot of people
Great advice.
screw up. They take advantage of the flexibility
Great.
that you have. We take advantage in
Jose.
the opposite way.
Yeah, it's great advice, and a lot of times people only see success in people, but they don't see the 4th of July weekends hosting open houses, Memorial Day weekend when friends are partying, you're hosting open houses and working, that 24/7 job. So that's great advice.
So that's a great transition into the next question. That's 2 for 2. Your answers are transitioning right into the
Perfect.
next
Oh,
question. Yeah, you just mentioned real estate is really a relationship business.
Yeah.
So how do you build trust with your clients, and what does the Jose Perez experience look like from the first call to the closing table?
Building that trust, that bond with your clients is you have to listen. You have to be patient with your clients. You have to set them up for success. They trust you. You have to live up to that standard. So there's many people, the first thing they do is call me because they don't know what to do. So I'm like, the first thing we need to do is get you pre-approved. That's the first thing. What are you looking for? Where do you live now? Is there an urgency? Why do you want to buy a house now? Pretty much listening to what they have to say. Some people say, hey, we outgrew our house. Okay, do you have any money saved up? And sometimes you have to get personal with people. And I tell them straight out, it could be a friend, it could be a family. I need to know your finances. I need to know so I can guide you the right way. So how much are you going on the loan by yourself? Yes, I am. How much do you make a year? Or the first question is, are you working? Yes. Okay, good. You'll be surprised. Some people want to
Good
buy a
that
house.
you know that. We as lenders, we're
Listen.
here at TLC. You give us the loans, like we need to know that you vetted them a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So
And
that's cool.
You guys see it.
Yeah, of
All my
course.
clients that I recommend,
Yeah.
95% of them are already vetted
So
from
prepared.
me.
Yeah,
Every
they're
once in a
prepared.
while you have one or two that need a
No, they're
little help.
prepared. They're prepared.
And when it comes to, like I said, I qualify. If the first thing they tell me is, oh no, I'm not working right now. I'm like, well, we got to start by getting a job. I know your wife is 8 months pregnant, but you need a job first. Unless you're buying cash. Are you buying cash? So building that relationship with the clients, hearing them out. What do you want? What do you need? Also, making sure their expectations aren't too high or too low. Sometimes people think they can only afford a $500,000 house, but in reality, they can afford a $600,000 or $700,000, and the other way around. Sometimes they're looking at $800,000 houses,
And they can't
and their
afford it.
budget's only $600,000. So I set the expectations, and they appreciate that. I'm
Yeah.
like, listen, and one of the things is for them, you have to know your numbers. You have to say, hey, how much do I need? And you know how much they appreciate that. I meet up with clients.
Setting the tone from the beginning.
Yeah.
Really, there that eliminates surprise. That's perfect. that
How
you do
much
that.
money, and some people feel uncomfortable well, actually, I'm lying. Nobody really feels uncomfortable with me
Yeah.
because I need to know where you stand financially. How's your credit? Oh, it's in the sevens. Have you been late on anything the last few months? No, I haven't. Do you have a 401k? Yes, I do. What areas do you like? How many bedrooms do you need? You have to let them know, as much as they don't want to hear it. Like, hey, what you're asking for is not realistic. So I could be bullshitting you here and tell you you're going to get 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, garage, pool. You're not getting that. Unless you go to Camden, or we could go to
They don't
North
have
Dakota.
4 bedrooms and pools in Camden, bro.
We could go to North Dakota.
Yeah. Again, he did it again. We're flowing into the next question.
Yeah, right into
We're
the next
flowing
question.
into the next
Bro,
question.
you didn't see these questions before.
Yeah,
we
what did
started?
you
No,
do?
no,
Did
no.
How do you know?
sneak in here? Something happened.
Yeah, he did, bro.
No.
We're going to talk about the market right now. What are you seeing on the ground in the counties that you're covering? It's the question that everyone needs to know. Are we in a buyer's market? Are we in a seller's market? Like, what kind of market are we in right now? And what is your advice to someone looking to buy or sell right now?
My advice is to anyone buying a home. Buy when you are ready. When you are ready, if you have the finances, if your credit's good, if you have a good job, buy when you are ready. Forget about this whole thing, rates going up, rates going down, home prices going up, home prices going down. It's been the same thing for the last 3-4 years. I actually had a situation with that where I had a client 2 years ago. She called me in January. I think I believe you represented them, Jenny Rocha. They called me in January. They said, hey, Jose, we want to buy a house by the end of the year. And I said, okay, are you working? She said, yeah. How long have you been at the company? 7 years.
Boom, got your
Okay.
2-year work history.
How about your husband? Is he going on the loan? Yeah. How long has he been in the company? X amount of time. How much money do you have? X amount of money. Okay. How much are you looking to spend? Oh, we're realistic, because a lot of buyers, they're realistic. They really are. They've been looking around. When they call you, is they already looked around a little bit.
they've looked.
And now they want to know what's the next step. She said, I want to move by the end of the year. I said, okay, what's stopping you now? She had all the requirements. Long story short, I told her, hey, listen, your house could be on the market right now. Why are we waiting? So I was like, why don't we go get our feet wet? Yeah, there's no reason to wait. You're absolutely right, Jose. There's no reason to wait. She moved in April or May. So she moved 6 months before, because some people, they think, okay, what are you waiting for? There's no reason to wait.
Yeah.
So to your question, I think it's still a seller's market right now. It's still a seller's market, as long as you're realistic. You can't come up with, if your house is worth 700, don't tell me you want 850, 875. If it's worth 700 now, you might get 750. But now when you start getting into 800 and 850, now you're just being greedy. Now it's not a seller's market anymore. You're just being greedy.
Yeah.
So
And people are too smart, and there's comps, there's other properties available.
Yeah.
So,
There's for the sellers, you're already getting top dollar now.
Yeah, you are.
You're getting top dollar now. Don't get greedy. If your house was worth 600 last year and now you could get 700, you're doing good. Now, if you say I want 800, now you're not going to get that. So don't blame the market for that. So for buyers, there's opportunities out there for buyers. There's opportunities. First of all, you have to have the right agent. I think being with a great office too, and having great relationships. With great relationships, you can get a great deal. And what I mean by a great deal is asking price. That's a great deal. So for buyers, whenever you're ready,
Go for
buy.
it. The people that are still like thinking about buying a house, they're still thinking about it.
They missed that train
Yeah,
a long
you got
time
it. It's
ago.
really good advice.
There's a lot of people
You're
that
ready.
missed that train.
Take the jump.
Yeah, a lot of people missed that train.
Little story on that. I sold the house in 2019. It was our baseball player. I won't say who it is, but our client.
Yeah.
That was 2019. Some guy goes to the open house. Really nice guy. With family looking for a house. He was looking for a good deal. He was telling me that house was overpriced, and it sold.
You were at the time
40 grand over.
At the time, it was the highest sold home in the history of Clifton.
Around. No, that was the previous house, or maybe it could have been that.
No, I think it was that one.
So whatever. The guy comes.
That's always a little nerve-wracking when you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a few months ago, maybe a year ago, I'm doing another open house, and the same guy comes in, and he says, I remember you from somewhere. And I'm like, from where? He goes, that big brick house. I'm like, the big brick house?
Oh, you're talking about the first
on
one.
Janney? He goes, yeah, that one. I'm like, you still haven't found a house? That's exactly what and he said, he was waiting for the prices. Literally, I'm like,
He's waiting for the crash that never happened.
Still waiting.
I'm waiting for him to tell me what house. And I'm like, Janney Court. He said, yeah. I was like, you still haven't found a house? He said, no. I'm like, I don't know if he said that proudly or I don't know. But that's what I mean. When you keep waiting for rates to drop, homes to drop.
Just
this guy's
missing
been
the
paying
boat.
rent.
Well,
This guy's been
missing
paying
the
rent
boat.
for
In
5 years.
2019, the rates were great.
Oh, my goodness.
He
weren't
wanted
they
to drop more. That's crazy. But yeah, sometimes, people just can't get out of their own way.
Yeah.
I know some friends, some people, some clients that, they were afraid.
Yeah.
They didn't make the jump.
Yeah.
And they lost out on so much equity.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
if they had bought 6-7 years ago, the amount of equity that people
6-7.
accumulated in the last,
Kids don't like that anymore.
yeah, that's
They don't like that anymore?
Nah.
played out, right?
Yeah, 20. That's last
So
year.
on to our next question. I want to shift a little bit because I don't know if everybody knows, but you are actually an investor as well. So you made the jump from selling homes, right, to owning them. Tell us about how you got started flipping properties and becoming an investor yourself.
Learning from the top. A lot of these guys, so yes, I started with buyers and sellers, and I still do. I love dealing with my buyers and sellers. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I like doing my open houses. It sounds crazy, but I enjoy going to
Love
open
it.
houses.
Love it. Love
I
it.
love
a few.
talking. I love talking to people. I love I'm at a house, I'm working.
Yeah.
And I'm just there, just talking to people and talking to other
Isn't that
realtors.
beautiful?
Let me
What a
just say
beautiful
this.
career.
I've been to Jose is like, he's like a brother to me.
Yeah.
I've been Friday nights at Jose's crib watching baseball with his mom and dad.
Yeah.
Watching the sorry ass Mets. Yeah, we're sorry ass Mets.
We're all
fans.
Mets fans.
But the truth is that he's invited me to some of his broker opens. He's like, just come by, and I love to represent for Jose and be there for him. And his open houses are just dope. They're chill.
Yeah.
He gets like a lot of food. He got
Hanlon.
shout out to Hanlon for
Mama
Mama
Sushi.
Sushi,
Yeah.
All right.
who is Mama Sushi is a great place in Passaic, and he's the owner, and he would like cater it, and there'd be like a whole like spread of food and just a good vibe.
just good
so
vibes.
Jose
Good vibes,
knows how to
good
throw
people,
a broker open. I
and
have to say.
people come by and they literally hang. They literally hang.
No one
there.
wants to leave.
No one wants to leave.
That's cool.
And they're there.
See, most people just like to dip for the free food. And then
No, they
leave.
hang out.
But
I've
when you
been
got
there.
good people around you, good conversations,
yeah.
you want to chill.
And it's like everyone. It's like all great people. It's
Yeah.
like everyone that comes to my events, they're just all great people. Similar minded. You
Yeah.
know, you don't really have no jerks or assholes. And
Cool.
But
How'd you become an investor? Really?
when you're doing this and you have a reputation, relationships, these opportunities come.
Sure.
Because not everyone wants to list their home. Some people are embarrassed. Some people are just, someone's, let's just say one of my friends, their aunt or uncle or parents or hoarders, and they just feel embarrassed. I believe it started with an opportunity like that.
Wonderful.
Where I'm like, you know what? The funds were there. I started, when it came to flipping, I started with my mother.
Yeah.
The trust her and I have with each other. I told you the story.
Yep.
She's my mother. She's done very well. Dentist in Passaic for 30 years, very successful, and she had money sitting in the bank forever. I joined real estate. Our trust, she trusts me with her life, and I'm like, hey, let's put this money to work. So the first
Awesome.
flips, we dug into her pockets, my
Nice.
pockets. We did it together, and we said, let's divide the profits. So that pot started growing. My pot started growing. And it was just that full trust. Hey, whatever you need to get you started, let's go. Let's split it. You don't do anything. How many times has my mom doesn't even see the houses, and we still work together on that bond.
Nice.
So going into the flipping, it was more of opportunity. I had the opportunity with my mother. I also had the clients calling me directly. Hey, listen, I want to sell my house, but I don't want to list it. I don't want people going in my house. And what investors want to hear, not investors, I'm sorry, people in that situation, I don't know if I should be giving this advice.
No,
I mean, I think it's out there. I think
that's
it's
cool.
just still what's yours is yours, you know?
Yeah.
It's the easier you make it for the seller, the higher the chances are of you getting that property. All they want to hear is that you're going to leave. Hey, listen, you can get up and leave in 3 weeks.
I'll
and
take
you're
care
gonna
of all
have
the garbage.
300 grand in your pocket.
Yep. I'll
Boom.
take care of
Okay.
all the garbage. I'll do
take
everything.
all your garbage. Just get up, grab your bags, your luggage.
Now the flipping is not that easy. The deal is easy. What about actually like doing the
flipping
work? Because
is-
we see you do a lot on your stories, and
Yeah.
it's quite
Flipping is-
impressive, Jose.
Flipping is a different story. The numbers, just so you know, everyone that's looking into investing and flipping, the numbers never add up.
Never.
Never. If you have a budget of 100 grand, be prepared to spend 130,
Yeah.
140.
150,
150.
170.
Yeah.
And also the time.
So
The
true.
time never adds up.
Never.
Yeah.
Usually, especially if it has to do with the town. Well, I mean, first things first, you need an architect. Architect could be 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 8 weeks.
Could be
Depends how big.
months.
Depends how big the
Architect
project
slash
is.
Engineers.
Yeah.
Could be
all that,
months.
And you can't do anything. And then once you get that, now you got to bring it to the town. And the town throws it.
The
back
cost
of
to
their
hold the
pile.
property,
From one
the
desk to the
taxes,
next.
Yeah.
everything.
And then when you call, they tell you, oh, another 2 weeks, another 3 weeks, another 4 weeks.
wait, on HGTV, I see them flip homes in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
and
it's
make,
so-
and make
That's
$1
why I
million.
got started. That's
What's
why I
going
started.
on?
I said, oh, shit, this is easy.
Yeah, it's so easy.
This is easy. Let's do it. And then
So
when you're
easy,
in it,
yet so painful.
when you're in it, and then you have to, you have to stay shut. So
Yeah.
anybody looking to invest, investors, when you're dealing with the town, this is the one advice I would give you. When you're in the city hall, just
Chill.
bite your tongue.
Yeah.
And just shut up, because they could make it so much more difficult
yeah.
for you. You know from experience.
Yeah, it's just
You know. We all
straight,
know.
straight ass kissing.
Straight ass kissing, yeah. And you just have to sit
There's
there
a lot
with-
of good people though in these towns, in the zoning
I
department.
wouldn't say a lot.
There's a
Yeah.
few.
There
There's
are
a
some
few,
good
yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
Some-
few. I always say I deal with the appraisers, with the zoning people. I think at the end of the day, we all put our pants on one leg at a time. Like if you, like Maymoon, you just said, you're quiet, you listen, you don't talk back, you be respectful.
You kill them with kindness,
Yeah,
really,
you'll
is
get
the
a
way
lot
to go.
That's, I
further.
agree.
That's what I do.
You don't
I
have
just
to be a
kill them with
know-it-all. There's
kindness.
a lot of
Yeah.
know-it-alls. You
Yeah.
might like Maymoon knows the law. He appeals taxes. Of
course,
can get
yeah.
your taxes lowered and no problem, but he's not going to go there screaming at the judge or wherever
Yeah.
you're doing. There's a method to it. So
Yeah.
we're gonna flip. We're gonna get a little personal.
Okay.
You're a proud Dominican.
Yeah.
I know I was just in DR and I'll share that he sends me a message, and we were in DR for Christmas break, which was beautiful. My wife, my family, and you sent me a message that I'm in the best country in the world.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I
I
loved it. What does being
talking about
Dominican
person?
mean to you? And how is your culture, how is your Dominican upbringing shaped who you are as a businessman, as a father, and just as a straight up man?
Being Dominican is a true blessing. I was born in the U.S. I'm American Dominican. Let's get it straight.
You're Dominican-American, bro. We got to put the Dominican before the American.
I have an American flag in front of my house. I always have it.
Yeah.
I don't care who's president. I don't care what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
I always have my American flag.
Yeah.
Because that's where we live, and I am blessed to be.
It's a great
part
country.
of this country.
Absolutely.
It's definitely a
That's
great
why
country.
So I grew up, my parents were both born in Dominican Republic. They came here, in their 20s with nothing. And they both worked very hard, very successful people. I grew up with that Dominican tradition, going to Dominican Republic every year. My parents would send us in the summer for vacation to stay with the grandparents.
Beautiful.
So we, it was normal. That was normal back in the day to do. Some kids would go for like 2 months.
Yeah.
We'd be like, holy shit, 2 months. I
long
would
did you go
2
for?
to 3 weeks.
Okay.
2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Sometimes a month.
Every summer?
Almost every summer.
Nice.
But we would go 2-3 times, maybe twice a year. So, growing up there, family very humble. I mean, you guys met Dominican people. Dominican people are just,
Yeah.
they're great,
Lot of fun.
hardworking,
And a
funny.
lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of
They
fun.
love that hookah, bro.
They love the hookah. Yeah. They mastered it. You guys took it from us.
They own it now.
The Dominicans, the Arabs took the hookahs from us.
Yeah, exactly. It's Dominican
But,
culture.
My wife's Italian. my kids are half Dominican, half Italian, and they love Dominican Republic. My wife loves Dominican Republic.
A lot of Italians in DR.
A lot of Italians.
A lot of Italians settle in DR.
yeah.
A lot of Italians
business
everywhere,
being
bro.
made. Yeah,
Yeah.
there is. We're everywhere.
Yeah. They're everywhere. But they also, Italians love it.
Yeah.
They love it. And so I don't know what the second part of the question was, like the upbringing.
Yeah. So like
my
you're how has your culture shaped you as like obviously it's shaped your business, it's shaped your personality. I can tell, right? You can talk to you. You're so friendly. You're so personable. But has it shaped you as also being like a father figure? You know, just the culture in general, and you know, man, just how did that work out for you? Yeah.
It's great. It's funny because my son, you see my kids are white like this. They don't. My son's a little straight white boy, and both of my kids, my daughters, they have the curly hair. They look a little bit more like me, and they all love Spanish music. My son, for baseball,
He got some rhythm.
Yeah. They all do. They dance. They love music. My son, a few days ago when he was playing his baseball game, he's 8. They were like, "What song should we put?"
Okay, as your walk-up song.
Yeah. He said Bad Bunny.
I was gonna say, gotta be Bad Bunny,
That's
bro.
great.
And
gotta
you see
be
this
Bad
kid
Bunny.
with like blonde hair.
That's awesome.
With Bad Bunny, and it was just like he loves it. He loves it, and they sing it. They love Spanish music. They love Spanish food.
Cool.
It's so cool. Like I never thought they would love it that much.
Well, I gotta say this. I didn't know you were born in the U.S.
Yeah,
So
I didn't either.
Honestly, I thought you came from
this is
DR,
funny.
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is shout out to your parents for instilling that culture in you. Where
Yeah.
I thought like I could just get ice on you if I ever wanted to get you.
Yeah.
If I ever wanted to mess with you, I'd just call ice.
No,
but
he's
nah,
good. He's clear.
You can't. He's
That's
an
it.
American.
US
Were you gonna
citizen.
ask where?
Where in America? You were born in Passaic. It has to be Passaic.
Oh my God, you ready?
Yeah.
Wait,
I was
you might
scared
have-
to say this. I
you
was
might-
born.
Go. Let's go. Get close here.
Wisconsin?
Get close here.
Wait, you said something to me one time.
What is this?
What's the craziest state you ever? You would
Nah,
think a
you're-
Dominican was born.
Nah, you're
North
born-
Dakota.
You're born.
I was
What?
born in Minot, North Dakota.
Stop.
That was a guess. I don't think you ever told me that. I just said North Dakota.
I don't believe
Minot,
it.
North Dakota.
That's wild, bro.
Yeah, I don't believe
You know why I
it.
said
I
North
was
Dakota?
scared to say that when I was.
Well,
a kid.
hold on. My older brother used to always use Bismarck, North Dakota as like where he wants to go when he retires. Just
Okay.
get the hell out of here and go to
Yeah,
Bismarck where there's like, the idea was where nothing's going on, no life, no people.
He likes
Just
that.
go
Oh
to
my God,
Bismarck.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
why I said North Dakota. I really didn't know that.
I need to know how mom and dad ended up from
okay.
DR to
Another
North
funny
Dakota.
story.
DR to
Another-
SD.
That's wild.
All right, so ready? So my father
North Dakota.
was in the Air Force.
Wow. Okay.
He was in Dominican Republic. I don't know. I don't know how that
The
works.
United States
Army.
Air Force?
I don't think Dominican Republic has an Air Force, but I don't know if they do.
Yeah,
Maybe they
yeah.
Shout out to the Dominicans again, because the Palestinians don't have an Air Force either. We got more
All right,
connections
okay,
here.
hold on.
All right, let's go.
Let's
We're
go.
catching
Let's
this.
go.
So I don't know. My dad applied for the Air Force in the U.S. and they're like, "Yeah, you can go to." They're like,
North
"Okay, you ready to
Dakota.
go?" No,
There's
no,
an
no,
Air Force
no.
base apparently
No, they
in North
said-
Dakota.
I think he was in the Army. One of those. I know he was in the Air Force. I don't know what he initially started as, but he's like, "Yeah, I'll apply for New York, Florida, Texas, California,
He was cleaning the rims.
Massachusetts. Whatever. Worst case scenario, whatever."
Sorry.
They're like, "Hey."
Oh, that was
He
a
said-
joke. You missed the
yeah,
joke.
Yeah,
my
we
guy.
heard it.
So he said he gets his approval and he says, "Hey, congrats, you're going to North Dakota." He's like, "North
What?
Dakota? What the fuck
Where
is
is
that?
that?
Yeah.
What is that?
Where's that?"
Yeah.
And long story short, they were like, "That's you want to
Base.
go?
Your ticket to the U.S.
That's your ticket to the U.S." So he fucking went to North Dakota. And then that's where my sister and I were born. Mind you, my mother knew zero English, a nick of
Wow.
English. She came from the Dominican Republic.
Did he speak any English?
He spoke English, yeah. My dad spoke
right,
English,
so-
and then he brought my mom's.
So you
know,
could
she
go to
was-
the grocery
she was-
store and read a price.
What grocery stores?
No grocery
No
stores in
grocery
North
stores.
Dakota.
And not only that, but,
So just
but
farms.
when you're
You get your
Dominican,
stuff from the farm.
When you're Dominican, you don't eat pancakes. There's no Belgian
No,
waffles.
no, of course not.
There's no turkey sausage.
Yeah.
They're used to eating mango, plátano, yuca, huevo. You ain't finding that shit in North
Maduro.
Especially if you don't know English.
Yeah.
So imagine going over there.
What a
looking for
culture
plátano.
shock. What a
Yeah,
culture
for my mom.
shock.
So what did they do? They had us.
Yeah.
We were there for like 2-3 years, but then we came to Jersey.
Cool.
So that's
So
a story.
When was the first time you said to your mom, "Mom, I want pancakes"? What'd she say to you?
Do you like pancakes now?
Queso.
Yeah,
Queso,
right.
pancake.
Queso.
Pancake.
¿Qué es eso?
Next question, bro.
Go, Moon.
That's fun stuff, bro. So I want to get a little more personal. Me and you also have a similar connection. We have 4 children.
Yeah,
Johnny has 3, so we are
Okay,
similarly
yeah,
connected.
yeah.
So you're doing all of this with a wife and 4 kids at home. Tell us how you balance the grind of being a top producer with being present for your family.
I knew that question was coming.
You knew it,
And I didn't cheat. I just knew it was coming. It
Yeah.
was bound to happen. You know what the real answer is? I don't know how I do it. I don't know how I do it.
You say that all the time.
Nice.
I don't know how I do it.
You say it all the time to me.
I have 3 flips going on right now. I have 4 kids going on right now.
Yeah.
My wife's working. I think she's home now. You can't stop. You can't waste time with bullshit, with negative things. You get used to inconveniences. I mean, you guys know as kids, you're hanging out, your kid spills a soda, you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, you don't drive yourself crazy.
Nah, I can't let that ruin your day.
I learned to manage inconveniences. I guess that's the term.
Sure.
So you got a deal falling apart over here. You got to deal with this guy. I got to call Moon. I got 1 kid. I got a dog running out the house. I got the babysitter calling me, hey, the dog ran. I'm like, at some point, you just
gotta accept.
Just got to
Accept the challenge
keep it-
every day.
Accept the challenge. Be there. I'm a very present father. I love, like I said, 9 to 5. As much as I try to work after 5, and I still do, it's just if I can't, I can't. I'd rather go to my son's baseball game and help him practice. Now, anytime before 5, I always try my hardest to pick up the phone. And listen, I don't give a shit. It depends what it is. I'll pick up in the middle of a field if it's something important.
You don't know baseball anyway, so you might as well not try to teach them baseball, bro.
See, but
No,
that's
no.
the beauty of our business. So
Yeah.
you're with your family, but I think your wife understands,
Yeah.
your family understands, your phone rings. I'm going to step out,
Yeah.
take this call, and be right back to it. So it's the beauty of
Yeah.
our business. But you take the call.
Oh, if I can.
Yeah.
If I can. If not, I'll be like, hey, I'll call you back. You know how
Yeah.
many times somebody calls me? And I've done it to you. Hello? Yo, I'll call you back. So why
Yeah.
did you pick up in the first place? I'm
Yeah,
like,
but
just,
I like hearing that.
Yeah.
Instead of hitting that ignore button, it can
Hey,
be
listen, I'll
misconstrued.
call you right back.
We
Like,
might do that for 7 times in a day.
Yeah.
I call you, you call me,
Yeah.
and I'll call you back, I'll
Happens.
call you back. It happens.
We
but
understand in this
busy
business.
understands busy.
So it's when it's working, you gotta work. When it's time to work, you gotta work. When it's family time,
It's family time. Beautiful.
When the kids are driving you crazy,
Embrace it.
let them drive you crazy.
Yeah,
Because
embrace it.
eventually they're gonna grow.
Yeah.
And you're going to want them to drive you
This
crazy
is just
like
the time
when
now.
they were younger.
Yeah, this is just the time. We're always gonna keep working the same.
Yeah.
But now you got the whole mix. At least I got the whole mix of kids, sports, baseball. My wife works too. She owns a business, so she's also.
Plug it, bro. You could plug it.
Yeah,
Plug
yeah.
her business. Let
absolutely.
everybody
What
know
does
what
she
she
do?
does.
My wife, she has a lash studio, salon business
Cool.
in Clifton.
Wonderful.
Femme Code and Beauty.
Sweet.
It's a great place.
That's where you get your lashes done?
They look good, by the way.
That's where she waxed my
They look
chest.
good. They
You
do
remember?
look
You remember
good.
that? Did I show you that?
bro.
No, she waxed my chest when we were going to the Dominican Republic. It was fucking.
That
crazy.
doesn't.
It
Yeah, it doesn't
was
feel
horrible.
good. That
I don't know
doesn't
about
feel
all
good.
that, bro.
No,
Yeah,
it was
it
bad.
doesn't feel
It was
good.
bad. And I was like, let's do it. I don't know why I said let's do it, but it was,
Because
it
it's
was
your
good.
wife. Wait, your wife asked you to, can I wax
No,
your
he
chest?
asked. That's a
No,
different story.
She said we should wax your chest.
All
And I'm
right.
like,
I don't
"All
know
right, fuck
about
it,
this.
let's do
This
it."
conversation just got a little weird.
We're gonna let it go. Last one, Jose. So this is a 2-part question.
Mm-hmm.
What's next for you right now in this business? Are there bigger goals in the horizon? And then what would you say someone maybe that's coming from the Dominican community who wants to follow a path like yours?
Thank God I'm in a position that I'm actually very comfortable.
Praise God.
Very comfortable. Work has been great. Real estate has been great. The connections I have been great. Business is flowing in. Buyers are calling. Sellers are calling. I'm working hard. Family's good. Family's healthy. Everything is going. We're going crazy at the same time. And I'm okay with everything going the way it is right now. I don't really have anything in the future.
Perfect.
I don't have any. I do like commercial. I mean, you've seen. I've done a ton of commercial deals. So maybe I thought about it. Maybe dig a little
Different
bit more
animal
into
commercial.
But I've done a good amount.
Yeah,
and,
you
and,
have.
and I've actually. I don't mean to.
We
say
got
it
like
that
2
way.
right now.
Right now we have
pending,
no.
right?
We have like I don't know. We had like 2, 3 last year. We did a bunch of commercial.
Yeah.
Nice.
I've done a good amount of
Awesome.
commercial. It's a completely different animal.
Yes, it is.
But it takes a lot more time, but they're a lot more money.
Sure.
So it's like
Maybe
the good
that's
thing with
in the horizon,
the good thing
commercial?
with commercial. No, that's just me throwing shit up in the air.
Okay.
But because I'm good, I like my buyers, I like my sellers. I like dealing with Johnny Fornino, TLC Loans,
Keith Corsi, our boy right there.
This is the best mortgage company.
Appreciate that.
That you can, these guys are great. That's why we're here.
Appreciate
Same thing
that.
with Maymoon. One of the best real estate attorneys in the
I'm
world.
not accepting that.
The
bro.
best.
I don't take that anymore.
The best
One of.
attorney.
It's just one of.
Yeah.
another.
Go ahead.
it's
Are
the
you going to
goat
say?
right there.
Go ahead.
Bro.
Okay.
You're copping out. If the other
How
ones
about me?
are
What am I?
watching this,
What am I? Go ahead. Say it.
yo, you're the best.
The best
Yeah.
realtor
You're the best, bro.
in New
go.
Jersey?
There's a few other bests with
No,
you.
what do you mean?
There's a lot
what
of
do you
best.
mean?
There's
on,
also
bro.
a lot of great lenders out there. Let's keep
know.
it real. I
No,
think
no,
we
no,
all
I know.
can.
I'm just
There's a lot of,
I'm kidding.
a lot of
I'm
great
kidding.
agents, amazing attorneys, amazing lenders out there.
So-
There's enough out there for everybody.
Yeah. So having a good.
That was a little funny exchange.
That was
you two
good.
just
Yeah,
had.
because he's putting me, so I got to put him.
Hey,
on the
listen,
spot too. No,
they'll watch this and they'll call me after. I'm like, yeah, what do you want me to tell the guy? He's not the best.
He's right in front of
It's
me.
simple.
that's funny. But no, when you have, if everything's going fine, there's really no need to change.
Change, cool.
You
So
know?
we'll
If
Like I
it
said,
ain't broke, don't
Don't
fix
fix
it.
it ain't broke, don't fix
and then
it.
Jose, to I want you to walk us through. Look in the camera. You have a younger Jose, a Dominican-raised family coming in, maybe on a different path. Maybe school wasn't for them. That's really what happens in real estate. You
Yeah.
just kind of end up here. What is your advice to someone that is a younger Jose?
You can say it in Spanish too.
Yeah, you
Jose.
should. You should.
Josecito.
Josecito.
I mean, like I started when I was 26, so it's never too early. It's never too late to start. You know, everyone's always asking me, "Don't you wish you would have started sooner?" No, I don't.
Yeah.
I started at 26.
I'm good
That
where
was a
I
good
started.
age. I'm
Yeah.
good where I started. Like now, if you're asking me this at 66, I'm gonna say, yeah, I wish I started sooner.
Yeah.
So if you're 20, you got to go through because of Cadillac is one of the reasons that motivated me to be here. So depending how old the Jose is.
Well, he's a younger version of you.
Yeah, he's
younger. 26.
So younger than 26. Let's say a 21-year-old Jose that came from DR.
I mean, you got to see, like I said,
came from North Dakota.
Here. if you have the skill, if you're ready to deal with people, you have to have the personality. If you're a straight dick, I'm not going to be like good into real estate. You're going to do well.
Yeah.
But if you have the personality and you're likable, start building your relationships from when you're 20, 21, 22,
Yeah.
which is what I did naturally, not knowing I
Sure.
was going to be doing this in real estate because I sell, how many friends call me from high school? I'm going to say probably 30 to 40% of my business. You see, how many times I'm like,
Our people,
Maymoon,
This is my boy.
I went to high school
Maymoon,
with them. I
this is
went
my
to
boy.
Maymoon,
This
this
is my-
is my boy. I went to
is one of
school
my
with.
best
Hey, this is
friends.
my
Yeah.
best friend's mom. This is all people that I knew from 15, 20 years ago. So I would tell this person, if it's something you really want to do, just make sure you build your relationship, your trust. You have to, don't be bullshitting now. Don't be doing bad things now because it's going to roll over. Your reputation is very, very important in this business. I think your reputation is probably one of the most important things. How many times do I say, listen, reputation is key. In this business, I'd rather not sell a house than screw somebody over.
Of course.
I never want, and this is funny because I say this in my listing. I don't know if I went off topic on the question, but fuck it.
Yeah.
When I go on listing appointments or with buyers, I literally tell the people, go into my Zillow, look at all my solds, pick anybody from there, and I'll call them right now. And you can ask them about me. Go 5, 6, 7, 10 years.
Yeah.
That sounds
Pick
like
any house. And
cool.
guess, nobody says anything. Nobody's like, oh no, I trust you.
a Jay-Z quotable right there.
But I'm
Acts
like-
about me.
Yeah, it's
Literally,
true,
I'm like, just go through this whole shit. Pick any house random, and I'll give you their phone number.
Has anyone ever called you on that?
Not one time.
Next client,
Go.
call him up on that.
Go back
See if
too.
the
Go
shit,
back. Go
see
back
if he's
in
bullshitting
time.
or not.
Jose, who's that?
Yo, Jose. Oh, that guy?
Oh no, stay away from him.
I don't believe it.
Nah,
So,
Jose's
Moon,
legit, man.
We're on our clear to close round right now.
Oh, we're clear to close.
We're
Let's go.
CTC.
So now
those are the
we're gonna
words
hit
everyone
you-
likes to hear.
We're going to hit you with the 8 multiple choice. And I'm going to hit you with the first one. And these are random. A buyer comes to you with a $400,000 budget in Passaic County.
Mm-hmm.
What do you tell them? A, we're finding you a gem. Let's go. B, stretch it to $500,000. Trust me. C, you probably should rent. Or D, I think you need to move south or west.
400K budget.
D.
Okay,
D.
so move
D.
south or west.
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Not
And
finding
you're
it.
willing to take them south or west or get them hooked
Remember,
up?
45-minute radius.
Yeah, all right. Yeah,
You could
45
just
minutes.
refer it to someone
Yeah,
else.
because south, you weren't too specific. South could be Union County.
For me,
or
south.
west could be
This
Sussex.
is this is the
or-
debate. This is a great debate in New
Let me
Jersey.
hear it. Yeah.
Yeah.
My thought is anything after Rutgers, New Brunswick
Is
is
south.
South Jersey.
Yeah, I
And
would agree to
New
that.
Rutgers, New Brunswick, and up, I consider it central, and then
Anything
north.
south, see, it depends with the question. So I took that into consideration before I answered it too,
Yeah.
too raw.
Yeah. I got one for you. A seller wants way more than their house is worth. Walk into this listing appointment and they're just completely upside down. They want way more than what it's worth. How do you handle it? A, you pull the comps and let the numbers do the talking right in front of them. B, you tell them straight up, I sell real estate, not fairy tales. C, I go with what they say. I list it as high as they want and let that reality set in. Or D, some homemade sancocho at the kitchen table until we agree on a price. How you handling it?
I'm going to go with combine
Okay.
D with A.
Okay. So pull the comps.
Pull the comps.
Over
and-
some sancocho.
Over some sancocho.
It's not
right?
that sound like, yeah, I'm with
That's
it.
it, yeah.
I'm with it.
Be like, yo,
I'm
make
with
some
it.
sancocho.
Yeah.
And we're going to...
How about if
Go
they're
through the
Italian and
comps.
they're like, what the heck is sancocho?
No, we
you got to bring
know
it
we
with you,
know it.
bro.
We'll do it.
They
You got to
know- they
bring
know.
it with you.
It's pastina, but it's just a lot more stuff in it. Yeah,
Make
exactly.
some pastina. Pastina, and we'll go over the comps together.
It's Sunday morning. Where are you? A, church with the family. No exceptions. B, I'm at an open house. The grind doesn't take off on Sundays. C, I'm on the phone with a client while my wife gives me the look. Oh, we all know that look. D,
Not me.
flipping through a property I just bought. Coffee in the other hand.
D.
Love
Flipping
it.
through a property
D.
Sunday morning.
Like it.
Yes.
That's
D.
cool. So from Passaic County, right?
Yeah.
Someone asks you why they should buy in Passaic County today. What's your answer? Is it A, the culture, the community, and you still have value here in Passaic County? Is it B, because I said so, and what I say goes, my track record speaks for itself? D, it's where the Dominican community planted its roots. There's a lot of Dominicans in Passaic County.
Okay.
I want you to be around them. Or D, let's go take a ride all over Passaic County, and we can show you more than I can tell you.
I don't know. B sounds...
So you just flat out tell them.
You like? I mean, you know what you know.
No. That's steering. That's
Yeah.
illegal.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Steering is illegal.
Yes, it is.
But with some clients, believe it or not, they trust me so much
Cool.
that they're like, whatever you say, but it also goes with D.
Yeah.
D is driving around.
And
Let
show
me
'em.
show you around. Now, it depends. The budget
Yeah.
depends where they come from.
Sure.
If you're coming from Camden and you want, you really can't be in Wayne for 500-600.
Yeah.
I could probably bring you to Clifton. So I'm gonna say B.
I'm going to take you to City Field. It's game day at City Field. What are you eating in the stands? A hot dog like everyone else, because when in Rome, you do as the Romans. I snuck in a plate from home. Don't tell anybody.
Ay, ay, ay.
C, whatever they have, but it better not cost me $25. D, I already ate. My wife made some sancocho before the game.
I'm gonna have to go with D.
All right, here we go. If the Mets, we're into the Mets right now. The Mets were a real estate market. What would they be? A, lots of potential, but always underperforming. B, a fixer-upper you just keep pouring money into. C, a hot listing that goes cold right when you get really excited. Or D, all of the above, but you're still showing up every season.
The miserable Mets.
You're
D.
going D, all
All
of
of the above, because when you said A, I'm like, yeah, that sounds like them.
Then
you
the
said B,
fixer-upper,
I'm like,
then-
damn, sounds just like them.
And then a hot listing, sometimes they're
I'm like,
hot.
oh man, this shit is hot. And
We
the next
almost-
thing you know, it just goes cold.
Yeah.
We almost
Like-
got there a
like
few
our
years
season.
ago.
Yeah.
And so D, all of the above.
Next question. Someone tells you Dominican food and Mexican food are the same thing. Your reaction. A, I educate them.
I just heard a little.
He's so offended right now. I educate them calmly and with love. B, I hand them a plate of mango and let it speak for itself. C, we can't be friends anymore. I'm sorry. D, I've heard worse things from buyers who lowball.
Let's go with C.
We can't be friends
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
yeah.
It's just
I respect
not the
that.
same.
I
It's just-
respect that. All right, last question, and before we do the last one, Jose, you've been amazing. Thank you
Thank
for
you,
coming
thank you,
here and
thank you.
doing this with
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
It's great for people to see your real personality shine and why you are so successful as a parent.
Thank you.
I feel like you could talk to anyone.
Yeah,
So with that, what does success look like for Jose Perez? Is it A, just having a real estate empire across
5 years. That's
5 years, yeah.
You got to forget. You're forgetting that
so
part.
5 years? Yeah, I improvised a little
Okay,
bit. Yeah,
all
I
right.
improvised a
I
little
want
bit.
him to go in the future.
So you want to go even in the future, 5 years or in the 10 years even. Let's go into the future.
Let's go into the future.
What does success look like to you? Is it like this big real estate empire all across the counties? Is it B, maybe your
So it's not a
kid-
multiple choice.
This
It is a
we're
multiple
giving
choice.
you the
You're gonna
options.
pick
Yeah.
B, in the future, your kids will never have to worry about anything. Is it C, I want a portfolio of properties that work while I am legitimately sleeping? Or is it D, all the above plus a little house in the DR on the beach?
So I like D, but I disagree with, what was A?
A was a real estate empire across all of, all the counties here. Just have doesn't.
What's B?
B was that your kids are not going to have to worry about anything.
Fuck no. My kids are going to work.
Cool.
They're going to work their
Love
whole
that.
life. They're going to work.
What
They're
about
not-
the
they're not gonna be
what about the
handy.
property portfolio?
I like the property portfolio. I think I'm going to go with C because
I like that
all
answer.
of the above.
It's an
hell no.
honest
My
answer.
Kids, yeah. My kids.
We
Gotta
make it
make
too
'em work,
easy.
bro.
We make it too
my
easy.
parents work their asses off. I've been working since I was 13. I'm not just handing you shit, I'm just,
Yeah.
as a matter of fact, now that my father owns a few properties, he did very well in his life. And I always tell him, hey, Dad, my goal in life is for you to leave me no money in your bank account. I literally tell him, I was like, the least money you leave me,
Beautiful.
the happier I am. I hope one day your shit goes negative and you say, hey, I need some money. Because the more, blow your money, spend it.
Have
I don't
fun.
want it. I don't
Live.
need it.
Cool.
Some people are sitting waiting for their parents to pass so they can have
The
whatever's-
inheritance.
Nah.
I don't want that. Please.
And there's
Please
also some
spend it all.
people that are taking care of their parents.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is, there's two
That's a
ends of the
different-
coin
that's a- yeah,
there,
that's a different-
So it's
yeah.
beautiful that you have that. I like it.
No, it's just,
awesome.
and I tell him, sometimes I wish I could check his account every month to see if it's going down,
Mm-hmm.
not up. That way, that means he's enjoying it,
Yeah. Thank you.
But great
Thank
time,
you.
guys.
Appreciate
Great
you,
time.
Awesome.
bro.
Cool.
Appreciate you.
Awesome.
Cool.